Well, good morning, kindergarten, first grade Kipsters. This is Mr. Jennings. This is your science class. Missed you guys from the previous week. Hope that your week is going well. I know that it was a couple of nice days out. I hope that you guys got some chances to go outside and just have some fresh air. We all still miss you dearly. I'll say that every message because we do. We're going to jump into the lesson here. Remember, we're learning about the spinning earth. And right now, we're learning about different patterns and how the earth rises and sets every day. So, in this lesson, our objective is to use a text to refine what we know about the sky at different times. We still have the same big question here. Right here, we can read our first big question. Our first big question is, what can we see in the sky at different times? We've learned that there's a couple of different things that we can see in the sky from different times. We learned that some things are out in the daytime and some things are out in the nighttime, and some things are just more visible in the daytime, while other things are harder to see in the nighttime unless they have like lights on them, like the airplane we saw in the book last week. The other two big questions, we'll get to those after we've mastered our first big question, which we're on our way to doing. So we're learning still what can we see in the sky at different times. We're going to go over a couple of our vocabulary words for this unit. Our first vocabulary word is Earth. Earth is our planet. This is where we live. This is where we stay. We all have a part of. We all live on a part of the Earth. Horizon. Horizon is where the ground and sky meet. It looks like where the sun is either going inside of the ground, which is the sunset, or coming out of the ground, which is the sunrise. Model, which shows how something works. Pattern. Pattern is one word that we're going to be focused on today. Pattern is something that you see happen over and over. Like this is a pattern here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. A pattern repeats over and over again. Rotate means to spin. Season is fall, winter, spring, summer. Cycle are repeating events like summer, autumn, winter, spring. These things come over and over every year, and we go through these different seasons every year, and there's a cycle. Temperature, how hot or cold. Arc is a curve, and that curve is like a rainbow. That's more of an example that I should have said before. It's like a rainbow, and that is how the sun moves across the sky every day. So we're going to jump into a couple of different things. So we talked about the word pattern. Pattern is here. I'm going to scroll up here. Pattern. Pattern is one word that we're focused on learning in this lesson. Pattern is something that happens over and over. So you see 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You know what's going to happen next. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It goes over and over. This is a pattern. Another pattern might be every day. Every day in the morning you wake up. Every night you go to sleep. That's a pattern. The morning you wake up, night go to sleep. Or maybe you say every morning you eat breakfast and watch your favorite TV show. That's a pattern that happens over and over. So, if Melody's favorite, if Melody's favorite TV show comes on at 7 a.m. and she loves having her favorite bowl of cereal, which are some Lucky Charms, and she eats Lucky Charms every day at 7 a.m., watching her favorite TV show, we know in the morning when she wakes up, she's going to watch that TV show again. So if her favorite show is SpongeBob, and SpongeBob comes on at 7 a.m., and she eats her bowl of Lucky Charms every day at 7 a.m. while she watches SpongeBob, then that is the pattern. So I know tomorrow Melody's going to wake up at 7 a.m. and she's going to watch SpongeBob eating her Lucky Charms. And the day after and the day after, that's a pattern that she follows every day. So we're learning more about that word today. Pattern. Everybody say pattern. I want you to tell someone next to you. I want you to tell someone next to you, what is a pattern that you follow every day? What's a pattern that you follow every day while you are at home? It might be different things that you do every day. You're going to get a couple seconds, tell someone next to you, what is the pattern that you follow every day? Get ready, go. Cool. They know your pattern. If you're around them, you let them know, hey, good job. Maybe give them a high five. High five, get ready to go. Nobody's around me. I'm give myself a high five. High five, get ready to go. All right, good job. So today we're going to be reading a reference book. A reference book is a nonfiction book that you learn information from. The name of the reference book that we're going to be reading. See if we can get it up here. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go back. What's going on? All right, perfect. Today we're going to be reading the book Patterns of Earth and Space. The author of this book is John Erickson. Now, this is a reference book. At the bottom, see reference book. The things in a reference book are real things. These things are nonfiction. Um, Patterns of Earth and Space. In space. So we're going to open our book up to the table of contents. So table of contents helps us not have to read the entire book. We can just pick out the information that we want to know. When I look at the first thing is here, it says observing patterns. We said that we were going to talk about learning what patterns mean. So I know we're going to start off on page 4. Observing patterns. The beads on this bracelet make a pattern. The colors are in the same order over and over again. You see green, blue, green, blue, green, blue, green, blue. This is the pattern that is on this bracelet. To see the pattern, you can't just look at one bead. You have to observe many beads, and we can see the pattern on these many beads. Here is another pattern. The traffic light is red. The cars are stopped. The traffic light is green, the cars are moving. It happens the same way over and over again. Anytime the light is red, the cars are stopped. Anytime the light is green, the cars are moving. That is a pattern. There's also another color. I want you to think about that other color that the traffic light can turn. When I say go, you're going to tell me what is that other color the traffic light can turn. Get ready, go. Yellow, yellow. If you see yellow, you're right. And we know when the traffic light is yellow, that tells cars to slow down. This is always the pattern that a traffic light follows. So, patterns in time. The traffic light makes a pattern in time. If you look at the light just once, you will not see the pattern. If you observe it over time, what pattern do you see? So, I want you guys to take a quick look at the traffic lights here, 1 through 14, and you're going to look at it and find out what is that pattern. Cool. I want you to tell someone next to you, what is the pattern that you see in those numbers 1 through 14? Get ready, go. Good. If you said red, green, yellow, red, green, yellow, red, green, yellow, red, green, yellow, red, green, this is the pattern that the traffic light is following. I want you to take a quick second. What do you think is going to be number 15? What's going to be after that last one? What color do you think is going to be next? I want you to tell someone next to you. Get ready, go. Yellow. We know it's going to be yellow because it goes red, green, yellow, red, green, yellow, red, green, yellow, red, green, yellow, red, green, and yellow must be next. The reason we knew that is because we followed the pattern. So these pictures show a tree over time. So in this picture, you see fall, spring, summer, winter, fall, spring, summer, winter, fall, spring. What do you think is going to be 11 and 12? What's going to be the next ones? Summer, winter. You guys got it. Good job. Give you guys a pat on the back. Okay. Great job. All right, we're going to move on here. Patterns of Earth's movement. These pictures shows Earth from far away. The pictures were taken over 2 hours. Each picture shows Earth 2 hours later than the one before it. The white swirls are clouds. The blue is water. The brown shapes are land. Look closely at the brown land. What do you notice? I want you to look at that brown land on this earth, and tell me, what do you notice? You gonna tell someone close to you, get ready, go. Good. You can see that brown land is rotating. It's moving. This is how we know that the earth is rotating, even though we don't feel it rotating while we're on it. It's rotating all the time. It's rotating. So they can see over these couple of hours how that land is moving, and this is real. This is what's happening to our earth right now. Patterns of daytime and night. There are patterns to when we see things in the sky. In the daytime, we see the sun. In the nighttime, we see the stars. And so this is a pattern. And most of the time in the daytime, we see the sun. In the nighttime, we see the stars. Daytime, we see the sun. Nighttime, we see the stars. This is every day. This is a pattern. In the daytime, the sky is bright. It is bright in the daytime because of the light from the sun. In the nighttime, when there is no light from the sun, the sky is dark and we can see the stars. So when you start to see the stars, it tells me that the sun is setting or the sun is rising. You kind of know that in the afternoon, which is the PM. PM is afternoon. PM is good. PM is afternoon. So whenever you say like 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 7 p.m., these are all afternoon times. If you have like 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m., this is the morning time. This is before noon. This is the morning. So we know in the morning the sun rises, and in the afternoon the sun is set, because in the morning it goes up, and when it starts getting afternoon and nighttime, it starts going down. So it goes up and then it comes down in that arc-like way. So we're going to end our lesson today with looking at a picture we looked at last week, because this will also help you on your exit ticket. And thank you, Landon. I got your picture of your sons. Did such a great job, and I'm going to show you this picture here. I know you've seen it last week, to kind of refine a couple of things. You did such an awesome job, one of the best I've seen in kindergarten and first grade. So here we've seen a picture of the suns from east and west. We can see how the sun rises in the east. It goes it rises in the east. It goes up around that lunchtime, so the sun is at the highest point at lunchtime, and then afternoon, after lunch, and then it's okay. In the afternoon, it starts to go down, so it goes in that arc-like way across. It rises in the east and sets in the west every day. This is the pattern that we see. So on your picture, you should have had the sun low. This is the sun rising in the morning, and around lunchtime should have had the sun high in the sky, and the afternoon should have showed the sun setting. So this is our lesson for today. See you guys next week for lesson 5, and you will be able to do your exit ticket on your Google Classroom. Catch you guys later. Love you guys much. Bye. See you later.